I came out to my favorite area for camping here in Alberta, and my usual spot was taken, so now we're venturing further into the wilderness. Woo! I also haven't seen any campsites this way, so I don't even know if I'm just driving to nothing or if this road will take me to some more spots that hopefully aren't as busy, but we'll see. If not, I'll be doing this again a lot sooner than I want to be.
Side by side we sway there in all the colors. Summer love, lonesome dove, folded on the lawn chair in all the colors. Summer love.
I plugged in the fridge into the Bluetti before I left. Technically I could have had either one of them charging off of my actual vehicle, but I don't know, it's just kind of lazy and I wanted to see what would happen, so I'm going to check to see how much battery it actually used. I left with 94% after vacuuming the car before I left. %. And I guess I also have like an eco mode on here that I could be using. Low battery.
Tell me all that you've seen, all the colors. Summer love. Memories washed in every shade of green and all the colors. Summer love.
Hopefully that's far enough to keep the bears away. I feel like it's just the trees being wet and rain falling, but it sounds creepy. I'm just texting Ryan that I'm closing the doors because I think once I close this, I won't get any service inside, so then I'll be safe from the creepy outdoors. The light bulb was there. Oh, I should have known I was gonna do that. I had the Blue Eddy power station running my fridge and charging my phone all night, and by the morning it was down to 24%. I figured this made a good time to test out the 200-watt solar panels that came with it. All I knew was that they had to be under direct sunlight. They're portable, which is super handy so I could keep my car in the shade and then move them around till I found the best spot. And pretty quickly I found the built-in legs to help them stand up, except I could not get them to stand up. This was feeling a lot like a two-person job, which didn't make sense to me, so I got to the instructions, which didn't really help either, and ultimately settled on a position that used half of them standing and half of them hidden. Eventually, future Megan finds out that there are actually buttons on the little legs, and they even have labels to show you what 45 degrees is, or whatever angle you need to reach the sun. I carried over the power station, which comes in at a lovely 35 pounds, and then open the fancy pocket on the panels to pull out the cables. Now, hear me out. There are 11 outputs on the power station, so you really can't blame me when I really struggled to find out where to plug the cables in. But it started to make a lot more sense why this was hard for me, that I actually forgot half of the cables at home. Fortunately, 24% still gave me many, many hours to go, and I'm going camping again next week, so I'll have another chance to redeem myself and use the Blue Eddy power station with its full potential. The spot that I meant to camp at has a little river beside it, so I didn't really bring much water. I just brought this, which is like a water filter thing, but there's a lot of water in this area, so I'm just gonna go on a walk and refill because I basically used the rest of my water to make hot chocolate last night. Yesterday I walked this path before driving it to see if it was worth it to camp. And honestly, it's not bad. The road, like, there's some pretty big puddles, but I think it would have been fine. The main issue with it is that there's this road close sign, so I just know myself. If I had slept somewhere where I felt like maybe I wasn't supposed to be there, I would not have slept well. But what I did find over here was this lake. This part is not it. I feel like that alone, even though there are parts that look more like watery and less like green mush, I don't think it's going to be the water source for me, but it's kind of nice just to go for the walk. So I know at the very least there's a creek in the area that having that like fast running water will be definitely better for making coffee.
easy rider on the highway, station wagon going slow, windows open, you are basking in the bluegrass radio. That it's easy now to see you with your hand out on the wind. I keep this folded at the corner so that
I didn't realize till I was on my way back that there's actually running water right by that little bridge, but it's not accessible. But it would make sense if this established campsite thing is actually near accessible water. That would make sense.
shade our leisurely goodbye. In your terry cotton sweater, with your arms sweeping the sky. It was then I had a knowing. You were waving silver band. I keep this folded at the corner so that I could not forget. Folded at the corner so that I could not forget.
Now I have a couple of ways I can make this drinkable / usable. Part of it's just going to be like dishwater, I think, because yesterday I just used toilet paper. This one filters it through these little like squiggly things. I don't even know what to call them. It's really good for getting the stuff out of the way so there's no like floaties. This one on the other hand it takes time. It takes about half an hour for a liter of water, and it treats bacteria, viruses, and Giardia. I'll have to double check what this one treats. So we're just gonna do double the fun. This was my first time camping with the Mazda, which I'm used to having my Yukon camper, which has a whole electrical system, so it's like way set up. I basically just took the mattress out of it and then the isobutane stove, which the stove is easy because that's just gas cooking. But the fridge is the major difference between camping in my Yukon and then just like regular camping. So having the Bluetti felt like a game changer because we have this crappy $60 12-volt fridge, so it's not efficient on energy at all, but I've just been able to leave it running in the Bluetti and it's giving me some nice white noise. And it's just really nice not to have to think about electrical and stuff. It makes it so much easier to just bring all the cozy luxuries like the lights that I broke. I'm filming lots so I can just charge to my whatever desire, and it comes with solar panels so I can just set those up in the sun and have unlimited power, assuming it's sunny. Someone asked me the other day if camping alone is fun, or maybe they said, isn't it boring? And I had to think for a second because I don't know, it kind of maybe is boring, and I don't know if fun is the word I'd use. Sometimes it's fun. If you consider like trekking into the woods to find water, that's kind of fun. That's fun regardless of if you're with someone or not. But even something like that is also a bit, you just have to be more cautious because if I slipped and I hurt myself, then I'm alone and then it's bad news. And then last night, it was kind of creepy It's always creepy the first time I sleep somewhere new, or it's been a while, or especially in like a new car. There's just different noises that are happening. I was journaling last night and I was kind of writing about this. The noises are always there. It's just that I'm alone, so I hear the noises. So whether it's a little click clack of some electrical thing, or the wind whistling, my nose literally when I breathe in through my nose, sometimes it whistles and I'll have this thought that someone's outside, or I don't know, you just hear stuff and you think someone's walking around your car and all of that. So, that's not fun, but it's certainly not boring. I think the main thing that I really like about it though is that there's just space. Things are just kind of a bit slower. I read more, I journal more, and I just have that space for my brain to just exist. It's just a nice break. If I want to have fun, I'm going to go camping with my friends, but if I want to just like recharge, this is it. I always think that's kind of funny that like nature outdoorsy people, we go like backpacking into the woods and climb up a mountain and take all of our luxuries away from ourselves, and we call that getting recharged, when we've built this entire world that's full of comforts that we just have these in our homes. It's definitely food for thought.